Hello students, how are you today? If you ask me, I'm awesome. And today my lesson is for my second grader, lesson 4, topic 1. And the title is Going Green in Our Daily Life, Expressing Your Worries. For example, I'm worried about the earth. If you look at your screen, you can see a chart, and we're going to talk about that. So what you're going to do, read and check. What do you do for the environment? How green are you? Let's look at the list together. Number 1, I use my own cup. Number 2, I reuse paper. Number 3, I finish all the food on my plate. I use cup when I brush my teeth. I turn off lights when I'm not using them. So this is what we should do to save the earth. So you can be part of it and you can check what things that you are doing and what things that you should start now. If you look at the list, please choose from today what you are going to do to save the earth, to save the environment, right? Good. Let's move further. In this part, you're going to listen and choose. What are speaker worried about? You have 3 options. A, food waste. B, plastic waste. C, global warming. Global warming. So let's jump into the dialogue and find the correct answer. Either A, B, or C. And the dialogue is between boy and a girl. So the boy says, in my school, students leave so much food on their plates. I'm worried about wasting food. And the girl says, right, that's a big problem. We should not put too much food on our plates. And the boy says, you're right, we shouldn't. So did you check what we are talking about? You're right. We're talking about food waste. So I hope after listening to this dialogue, you will not waste food and you will take only the food which you can eat. Good job, students. Let's move on to our third part. In this part, you're going to see in this chart what is the problem and its solutions. Ready? So there is problem and there is a solution. Let's check the problem first. It says the earth is getting hotter and the sea levels are going up. The earth is becoming dirty because of trash. So this is a problem, a serious problem for our earth and for the environment. Let's look at the solutions. Turn off the lights when you don't use it. Use less soap when you wash your hands. Use fans instead of air conditioners. So let's check the dialogue and then find out what is the problem and the solution. Ready? And the girl says, did you watch the documentary last night? And boy says, no, I didn't. And girl says, it was about global warming. The earth is getting hotter and the sea levels are going up. I'm worried about the earth. And the boy says, oh, I have heard about that problem before. Some islands are disappearing. So people are losing their homes. And girl says, yes, it is terrible. And the boy says, is there anything to stop it? And the girl says, we can save energy. We should turn off the lights when we don't need them. And we should also use fans instead of air conditioners. And boy says, those are great ideas. I'll try to do these things right away. Wow, wonderful dialogue talking about how to save the earth. Please check what kind of problem they are talking about. So did you guess what kind of problem they're talking about? You're right. They are talking about the earth is getting hotter and the sea levels are going up. And what is the solution they were talking about? We should turn off the lights when we do not need them. The other solution? We should also use fans instead of using air conditioners. Do you think we can try that? Let's try to save energy for our earth. Good job, student. So let's move on to another part. In this chart, you can see a question. It says, what is the girls' topic in the contest? Circle the answer. If you say the green part, speech contest, presenter, time, and topic. Let's look at number 1. Sumi, 10 o'clock, soil pollution. 2. Nari, 10:30, water problems. 3. Bora, 11 o'clock, trash problems. So please keep this topic in your mind when we go through the dialogues. It will help you to check the right answer. Let's move to the dialogues. And boy says, you look nervous. What's wrong? And the girl says, I'm worried about the speech contest next week. The speeches are about environmental problems and their solutions. And the boy says, what are you going to talk about? And girl says, I want to talk about soil pollution, but I can't find enough information. And the boy suggests, what about water problems instead? I read an article and it said we don't have enough water and I'm really worried about it. And I think we should do something about that problem. And the girl says, but isn't there enough water for everyone? And boy says, no. In some countries, people are in danger because they do not have enough water. Our country could have this problem in the near future. And girl says, oh, I didn't know that. I will talk about that problem and its solutions. Thank you for your advice. So student, you listen to dialogue. Did you find out what she's going to talk about? Right. She's going to talk about water problem. Good job, student. So if you look at your worksheet, you'll find the same pattern. I'm worried about. I'm worried about the earth. You need to check each chart that we talked about. Look at the pattern dialogue. So there are 3 pictures. Picture number 1, the amount of trash. Picture number 2, air pollution. And picture number 3, water pollution. Let's look at the sample dialogue. A, I'm worried about the amount of trash these days. B, me too. We should recycle and use less plastic to solve this problem. So this is your pattern, and I hope you can make dialogue for picture number 2 and 3. I hope you enjoyed and learned many things about the environment. It's time to wrap up my class. Have a wonderful time, student. Do your assignment. As a precaution, keep your mask on, wash your hand frequently, and keep the social distancing. Goodbye.